Hey everybody. I wanted to stop by and share another personal experience. This happened with human design and also happened pre-human design. So I recognized it when it happened again in human design. But I was just looking at a video, and this time I remembered to get the name of it. It was called Human Design, an Introduction to Intertype Interaction. And a gentleman named John Martin was teaching about just what he said, intertype interaction. And he, in essence, was saying at some point that we are not trying to get anywhere or do anything. In essence, we are going to come to a space of nothingness. That's how I put it, nothingness. And so obviously this video is for who is prepared, who is prepared to hear that, and to, well, not even who's prepared, whoever wants to listen, basically. But I just wanted to share my experience of this, and how even as someone who over the years has considered herself a manifest coach, where I was assisting people to bring things into their reality, the things that they said that they desired into their reality. And what started to happen with me, because I believe in being first partaker of the very things that I'm talking to people about, or else I can't talk to you about it because I haven't really had an experience with it. I would go through this. What I would come to understand is I would go through this process, which is a normal process, and I'm not downing the process. So let me just put that out there. But I would want and desire something and then attain it. Want, desire, attain. Want, desire, attain. So it started to feel like a wash, rinse, repeat type of thing. Wash, rinse, repeat. And so after having this experience so often, or at least being consciously aware that I was having the experience, because we're all having this experience all the time. We are always manifesting something into our reality. We just may not be consciously aware of it. But when my awareness was brought to this process, I said, wait a minute, this is no different than any other program or trap that we're caught within in any regard. It's no different. Want, desire, fulfill, repeat. Want, desire, fulfill, repeat. So I wanted to understand what it meant to escape that, or be beyond it. And little did I know, but here's what I do know about myself. I do know that when I ponder something, I put a question out into the ethers, I will receive an answer. So, but I might not know how the answer is going to come, which I love not knowing. But the answer came in the form of me about to do preparing for an interview that I was about to do with a doctor named Dr. Russell Kennedy, who had just recently became a #1 best-selling author for his book called Anxiety RX. And in this book, he laid out a process of helping people to understand that anxiety resides in the body, and that the alarm of anxiety resides in the body, and what we can do to stop the process or the connection between the alarm going off in the body and the mind, and that cyclical, cycle of the momentum that can occur with that process. So I was going through Dr. Russell Kennedy's process that he laid out in the book, which caused me to pay attention to any alarms that were going on in my body and arrest the space and time between that alarm going off and how our minds will begin to search for a storyline to go along with the alarm, and therefore continue the momentum of the alarm in the body, and therefore continue the anxiety, the stress, the whatever we want to call it. So as I would recognize the alarm going off in my body and be able to arrest any thought process from connecting to the alarm, as I was doing this, and I was doing it daily for, I'm not sure how long, but I noticed that my mind, the incessant thought that goes on in the mind that we are completely unaware of, stopped, or at least substantially slowed down so much to the point where it was jarring to me how quiet it was. And I was in a state of the present moment. I was not pondering or thinking about the past, and I wasn't pondering the future. And so therefore I was in the present. And being in the present taught me that the present tense moment was complete. It didn't need anything in that moment. There was no need for anything. And it caused me to, I talked to Dr. Russell Kennedy in the interview I did with him about this, and he was explaining the whole process to me and explaining why, going into the scientific reasons for why I was feeling this way. But my whole point was, as someone who at that time considered herself to be a manifest coach, I was not in want of or desire for anything. So I was like, Doctor, how the heck am I going to be a manifest coach when I don't, my ultimate thing now is to tell people that in a state of the present tense moment, there is no want. There is no desire for anything, because all is complete in this moment. And then, so that I had that experience. And then when I began to study human design and began to follow my strategy and authority, and had my conscious awareness studying my strategy and authority. I would say authority more so than strategy, because I wasn't getting an awful lot of invitations. However, the opportunity to pay attention to emotion as my authority, ride the entire wave of an emotion, and then come to a place of neutrality, that's happening all the time, okay? So as I was practicing with this and would come to that place of neutrality throughout the day, every day, consciously aware, of bringing my emotion to a state of neutrality, it brought me to a present moment, a sense of presence, a sense of being in the present, the substantial slowing down of the mind, and understanding that we do not need the mind as much as we think that we do. Not to completely throw it away, but we do not need the mind. As a matter of fact, in talking to Dr. Russell Kennedy about this, I said, how I put it to him was, thought is a tool just like anything else that we can pick up and put down. We just don't realize it because we've been inundated with thought, and all we've ever done is utilize thought to get anything done, and we are completely unaware that we can put it down if we want to. And so that happened again with human design. Like I said, utilizing the authority, my authority, riding the entire wave whenever I was consciously aware, and given the opportunity to do that, until I was snapped back into a present moment again, and again in a space of complete knowing that all is complete in the present moment, and that there is no past, there is no future, and all is complete in the moment. And therefore there's nothing that we're trying to, our perception of trying to get somewhere or trying to do something is gone when you're in the present moment. So I just wanted to stop by and share my experience with that and how beautiful it is to be in the present moment and to have your mind so quieted. And it's definitely something that, like just now before I parked the car and I noticed how quiet my mind is. And I said to myself, oh, there's really nothing for me to do. And even though I'm going to go and finish my grocery shopping, my mind is not reeling with, like I said, our unconscious, my mind is not reeling with the storylines that take place when we're constantly pondering the past and worried about the future. So I just wanted to stop by and share that. And I will share the link, but the name of the video is called Human Design, an Introduction to Intertype Interaction. And even though I love John Martin because he's so free in how he speaks, and you can tell that he truly, he's not just teaching human design, you're feeling his experience through his expression, and how he speaks and how free flowing and how you can sense the freedom within him. And so it just brought me to a place of thinking about how I've had this experience, and can't wait to get back to it. I'll see you the next time I feel like doing a video.